Kentucky State Auditor Allison Ball says she has uncovered millions in questionable state spending. Her latest report details $39 million in advertising and promotional expenses, along with $7.4 million in out-of-state travel costs across various executive branch agencies in fiscal year 2025. Ball's report also raises concerns about competitive bidding practices. Auditor Ball is stressing that public servants should be careful with taxpayer money and not spend it on luxury travel and unnecessary items. New at 5.